My name is Joshua Justice, and in this video I'm going to be doing a book review over Thomas J. Ord's book, God Can't. It was published by Sacred Press. So a little bit about the author, Dr. Thomas J. Ord. He is a theologian. He's also a philosopher and a scholar of multidisciplinary studies. He's also an award-winning author to which he has written or edited more than 20 books. This book, God Can't, it's a perfect example of theological thinking. It encourages the reader to wrestle with questions that are often put off to the side because they're too difficult to create a conclusion on, or we just don't want to know the answer to. He begins the book with a gruesome account that we are all familiar with, explaining in detail how nearly 20,000 people were in attendance at the Route 91 Harvest Festival. When above the crowd, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock looked down from the Mandalay Bay Hotel, and in the next 10 minutes, Stephen pulled the triggers of 20 guns and fired at least 1,100 rounds, I believe it was, killing 58 people and injuring 851, which will go down in American history as the deadliest mass shooting by an individual in the United States. Dr. Ord, he brings up the question, where was God? Why didn't God stop the shooting? If God stands against evil and can do anything, why does he allow such awful tragedies to happen? You figured if he was all-knowing and almighty that he would be able to stop something like that. So this book is aimed squarely at the ordinary, non-academic reader, but it also helps real people who have experienced real tragedy. From abuse to other forms of evil. It's also for those who have been left wondering where God was and why didn't he intervene to protect us or rescue us. Because usually these acts of evil are perpetrated onto innocent people, good people. To many Christians, the name of the book is straight off controversial because in Christians' eyes, there's nothing God can't do. So Dr. Ord, he says that this book holds 5 main principles that he was trying to get across. Number 1, that God can't prevent evil. Number 2, God feels our pain. Number 3, God works to heal. Number 4, God squeezes good from bad. And number 5, God needs our cooperation. He says that each of these principles explores it by recounting real life stories that pertain to each separate chapter. That's why he gave each chapter that specific title. I like the book. Even in my personal life, I've struggled with that same question. If God is so loving, how could he allow these awful things to occur? So this book helps alleviate and answer some of those questions. That's why a lot of people, they've even went atheist because they believe if there was a God, why would he allow these things to happen? But it's a good book.